Hello, and welcome back to Conspiracy Corner, where everything we say is right, and if you disagree with us, then fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Today we are talking about UFOs and also the Roswell crash.
Wow, that shit's so old. That shit collects fucking ball dust.
Didn't they just release some shit?
They did
release some shit.
The Navy did.
Would they just release some shit?
The Navy released UFO footage, and they confirmed that there's shit that we don't understand.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the FBI or the CIA released all the sightings because it's like past that time of like confidentiality.
Like the statute of limitations.
Like within 5 years.
They released all the sightings? Or they're going to release them?
All the reports.
They released a couple reports, but they haven't released everything.
What was the report they did release though? Like, what was it? What was the footage?
This was an account from a Navy encounter in 2003, I think.
Okay.
I think it was near San Diego. But basically, they caught like this object that was shaped like a tic tac, moving at speeds that
It's always a tic tac.
capable.
Always that
Tic Tac.
Do you think that the mothership is just one large like Tic Tac container?
Never a pill, never. Well, okay, for everyone who doesn't know about the Roswell incident, what happened?
Or I think it was 40s. There was basically an incident in Roswell, New Mexico, where there was like a bunch of flames all over the area, and people who went to the site got turned away by the government because they said that some shit went down, and they actually let it slip in a newspaper locally the next day that like an unidentified flying object had crashed.
That's the first time that UFO as a term really
Yes.
popped off. Yeah.
Yes. And so then the government said, no, well, that's not what happened. It was a weather balloon after that, and then that's where all that.
So there was a newspaper ad that came out and then they had to retract it?
It was a newspaper article that came out, basically saying it was an unidentified flying object, and that it had crashed. Basically, the newspaper reported that, and so everyone viewed that as a confirmation that government was almost confirming aliens.
I saw pictures during the Roswell crash and all that. I don't know how real they are though, of like the alien that's like on a stretcher.
Oh,
That was all bullshit.
there was like an alien autopsy. That
Fox special that was heavily fucking stupid.
Bullshit.
Heavily fucking stupid.
Yeah, heavily fucking stupid. One of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Back on aliens.
if it was real, then there would be more of a hubbub about it.
Yeah.
But that's more. But that's what more in the UFO community. They hate shit like that, like the UFO autopsy thing, because it discredits
disinformation.
everything.
Yeah.
Right, like how they had the little alien in New Mexico, which makes fun of them because it's like, spacemen welcome. It makes everyone look very silly for believing the shit, which was just confirmed by the fucking U.S. Navy. You know what I'm saying? So people are saying like there are unidentified flying objects. We don't know who flies them. The government doesn't know. That's what we believe, and then people make them look silly by going like, "Ooh, I am a robot. I am an alien," and people are like, "That's not what we're saying."
Do you think we're being observed right now? Like with these people or these objects that are coming down, do you feel like they're like doing scouting trips, or are they already like?
Who in the fuck knows? They might already be
For
here.
scouting. I vote for scouting for resources.
I vote for they're already here. They're in our oceans. They have
They're influencing our society.
I vote for they're just taking a road trip. They just fucked up. Went off course and they're just like, oh no.
We're like pigeons to them, dude.
I think we are like a third world.
I think
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like we're not.
Even I look at humans like, what the fuck?
What are we doing?
We are
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But we are so cool compared to old us.
compared to old us. How old?
Yeah.
Like old tribal us who were
I
fucking,
guess so.
fucking each other over as much as possible, like killing each other, scalping each other, fucking raping each other.
Yeah, but imagine
More interesting though.
Imagine how far more in the future they are. They're just like, man, these
No
guys
doubt.
are still fighting over resources.
No
What the
doubt.
fuck?
I'm just proud of our little bit of progress, you know?
Oh, okay, that's.
I feel like we're the same. We just have better tools now.
We have civilization now.
Yeah.
That's true. So we're more long term in our like evilness.
Yes.
I think we got so dangerous that we realized we gotta cut that shit, or else we're gonna wipe everybody off the face of the planet.
Atom bombs.
Yeah, it's just like, oh man, we have figured out this too well.
So one of the theories is that the crash happened right after the atom bombs were used.
Right.
Yes.
And then that was kind of like the aliens going, oh shit,
They're
we
starting
gotta
to fuck
really,
up?
yeah, we gotta really shit hit the fan, guys.
Yeah.
Our experiment is like going fucking overboard. And
We left them there with their pyramids. We left them there with their shit, and we're like,
Fucking imagine though, like imagine being the alien or being us or whatever, and like having an ant farm or something like that you bought and you built, and then
Yeah.
you were like, oh cool, I'm gonna make a little house for them, and I'm gonna be, oh they're working. Oh my god, what are they?
You go on vacation, you come back, and it's all exploded.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh my god, and then your whole house is like fucking over.
yo, but wouldn't you guys just
either let your ants go in the backyard or kill them all.
I would wipe that shit out. I'd be like,
So why are we still alive?
Exactly.
Maybe they think they can fix it.
Why do we protect the spotted owl and shit? You know what I mean? I think it's like that.
But the spotted owl hasn't fucking figured out nuclear fusion.
Yeah, if dolphins learn how to fucking use
That'd be
guns,
different. That'd be different.
we're killing them all, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, humans versus the dolphin wars of the early 2000s? That'd be fucking sick.
I absolutely believe there are aliens out there. Like, absolutely. You can't tell me that that's not, like, mathematically, that's impossible for us to be the only one.
That's conspiracy. You're crazy.
Now, them being here and interacting with us already, I don't believe that. Specifically for what Joe just said right there is that if they were already here, we would already be conquered. They would have already done some shit with us.
That's if they're not peaceful. If they're highly advanced, highly intelligent, why wouldn't they also be highly peaceful?
But they would at least make themselves known, unless they think that making themselves known will have us combat them. But even then, if they're that advanced, we're not going to be fucking with them at all.
Maybe they're nurturing us. They're nurturing us as a resource.
There's like different types of aliens, and like some are like, hey, no, we need to protect these. These are the natives of this land, you know.
Who's
like,
protecting the Greys are protecting us?
Yeah, and then the other ones are like, nah, fuck them. Let's just take them out, and then we'll take over.
Antoine, you're not thinking the next level enough. What if they created us and we're their societal experiment and that's what they're checking in on? And that's what they're observing.
But what I don't understand is there's not one fucking troll within the whole alien race that comes and fucks around.
Yeah.
No, they do. That's what all these close encounters are, where people get abducted.
And how come they only want to get white trash?
Well, white trash are fun to fuck with.
Oh, yeah, it's never like...
And it would be discredited. Like if they took a doctor, let's say, like he has more credibility. Like they have to take
How
people
do they
that
know that? They go for the freaking cow farmer or something.
They know.
Or the meth guy in Virginia. Like
Right now we're talking about the U.S. Navy just confirmed this shit with one of their top pilots.
U.S. Navy.
They just said that they couldn't identify
It was
it.
a thing that floated by. They didn't say they got fucking abducted.
And that's all I'm talking about. That's all.
So there's if you watch like the documentaries where they interview like abductees, so like all of them say that it's been in their bloodline for like years, like
Of
in
them being
generations.
abducted?
Yeah, so like their grandma got abducted, the mom.
they're tagged.
Yeah, exactly. They're tagged. So that's why they can't. They're not abducting new families. It's the same family line.
It's like when we tag
We
shark.
tag birds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We only go for that one bird.
They're definitely checking in on some of the people that make us
I
look the
wish they
worst.
had a better sample size
Yeah,
because they're
yeah.
getting like the worst human.
But when you guys say that, that's also part of the propaganda, right? They're made to look silly and stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how people, it's like if you need someone to be discredited, you make them look silly, crazy, stupid. Like all this shit.
Yeah, maybe like someone prestigious in society did get abducted, but they don't want to look stupid and crazy.
I would have
So they
fucking
don't
done
say
it.
Anything.
Look at the scientific community. They don't want to talk about UFO shit because they don't want to seem stupid, silly, crazy, loopy, all this shit.
They really not. Oh, they don't. In terms of like the reality of it.
Well, I
or,
think there's like
They all write it off as absurd, even though we have fucking video of this thing. That's what I'm.
because they won't touch certain
That's not
topics
that's not
because
science then, because science is questioning and
Right.
wondering.
But when it comes
Exactly.
to academia,
Yeah, it's
there's
not
a lot
science.
of politics
Oh,
and
there's so
stuff
much.
where
Oh,
they
yeah,
can't
yeah.
even touch the
Yeah.
topic, or else they'll be ousted from the community.
or they'll lose their grant money.
Which is
Right.
academic dogma,
Yes.
and
Right.
it goes on the reverse. But
I mean, would you guys really want aliens to come to Earth and just chill out with us for like a day or two?
depends what kind of aliens
Well,
they
the
are.
thing about that, I don't know about their diseases. They have like space diseases.
I also
Yeah.
don't think that like I also think that it, like because the idea of aliens is always like I feel like everyone's always like, oh yeah, they're bipedal fucking things that walk.
Yeah, they have something looking
I
different.
feel like if
they're slugs.
exactly like if we're bringing in the idea that like that like everything is infinite and they could be a million different they could look a million different fucking ways. Like I feel like I wouldn't be able to comprehend like I don't feel
When
like
you see it.
my brain would be able to like understand like oh yeah this thing looks like a fucking raccoon or something like that.
Now they
Like,
gotta be like bees or something like drone-like, where they can like spy and like it's like
I
just
feel
in
like,
society.
I feel like there'll be something different than what everyone shows them to be, something that like is not kind of represented in what we already have. Because
Yeah.
that would be really boring.
I could almost guarantee that a human will try to fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, easily.
Yeah.
Unless it's a bee.
Shape, form.
Unless it's a bee.
Oh, because the sting.
And it's tiny.
Oh.
Yeah, too small, too small,
true.
too small.
If I knew an alien was here and it was rare, I would try to fuck it.
Excuse me.
Interesting.
They can't
Well, I
stop.
would try.
I'd be disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't tell you.
Do I get to fuck him? So is that your hall pass? Is that
Commander
your hall
Shepard.
My hall pass is.
Your hall pass is an alien?
What if they look like a praying mantis or something?
What if they're gonna eat your head off?
Yeah, I don't know about
What if
that.
they will eat your head off afterwards?
Joe can fuck it then. I think you can fuck the unfuckable.
I will.
I believe.
I'm pretty good at fucking things that shouldn't be fucked. Like a couch. Wait, so Roswell.
The little split between.
Yeah, let's put some boundaries there on that one.
I figure so I heard of this one theory in after the crash happened, that's when our technology started to skyrocket.
Oh, it did have a
because
boost.
Our engineers and all that started to deconstruct the spaceship and
Microchip.
they were figuring out how things
Reverse
work.
engineer, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just got inspired.
I mean, that's a huge thing, reverse engineer, or like seeing a certain invention, and you're like, oh, this could be made better. Like, that's how a lot of things get invented.
That's why you gotta look at Bob Lazar.
China was the first one to make the prototype gun, but it wasn't perfected until it got to Europe, you know, because they were using it for like firecrackers.
This
shit
stuff
like
is
that.
sick.
Like, oh snap, we can.
They're like, they're
let's
not
do
even
this.
thinking about popping it towards someone. They were like, we could have a celebration.
Europeans are like, but imagine if I shot it in your face.
And then, of course, China copied that.
They're like, these guillotines are getting boring.
Yeah, dude. We gotta line it up. You gotta pull the thing up. Like, man, that's too much.
The head rolls every time. It's like, come on, let's do something new with the head.
Because that's another theory too, where we actually have been in contact with them, and then we have like a secret deal where like we learn shit from them, and we can give them some people that they can harvest.
And there's a theory that they're just like fucking with our DNA each time. So like they create new versions of humans, like from Homo sapien to human, like
Oh, the transition.
Well, they've been sucking because
the one right before it. Neanderthal.
there's a lot of ugly ass people.
Neanderthal, yeah, that's a big progress from Neanderthal to now.
Yeah.
By the way, no different than the reverse engineering that we're talking about. Very fascinating how fast human evolution.
And now they're making all these girls with big booties.
I think the doctors are making that.
The doctor's making that.
No, the booties are getting bigger and bigger.
So you think that's an alien being like, hit him again?
That's why the conquistadors came and did what they did, because they're like, hey, we need the gene pool, man. Let's get them booties.
Get them booties in.
They're like, I'm tired of these flat butts.
Yep.